What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. So, I titled this video, When Big Backs Down. I'm just going to talk about couple big guys that aren't so tough after all. The size don't really count for nothing. What I decided to put in the thumbnail though, I said, big for nothing. Which is saying I've heard more than once, several times actually. Hey, look at that fool, he's big for nothing. Meaning you're big and you just can't put out, either you're not strong or it's for nothing. Someone came at me though, hey, that's bad grammar. Didn't originate with me, and I never claimed to be a wordsmith. But I'll go ahead and take the credit for it. Okay, my bad. My bad for the bad grammar. I guess I should have said, big for no darn good reason at all. Hey, POV crew, you guys, look over there real quick. Look over there, a monster's coming. Look over there. Ah, my bad. Yeah, I had to get a swig. Feel me? So, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're talking about this video right here. And my bad, it's been over a week since I made a video. Things have been crazy. I got into it with the people I rent this house from. That's why, if you can see the art wall, I completely took it down. Had to put it back up. Things have been very crazy over the last couple of days. We're back to normal. Aren't they, Lily? Everything's good? She raised her eyes. I said, aren't they, Lily? She's like, looked at me. Alright, she loves me. It's my girl. So, big for nothing. I get to pre-trial. County jail. I got a big abscess. They arrested me with an abscess. Cop did not want to take me to the medical center, career medical center, get treated. He made me deny medical treatment. They take me to jail. I'm there for a couple of days. First cellie I had, Southsider did not like me at all. Because I was on top rack, I kept on getting up and down. He said I'd wake him up because I was kicking heroin. I had this big old abscess in my buttock. So we did not get along at all. Then one day I put a medical slip in. 3-4 days went by. They come to get me. Take me to the hospital, Lancet. And when I was at the hospital, it's funny. They got me all in a robe. They got me naked. I'm all ready. The doctor's right there. We're ready to do it. But I guess there's some nurse who loves to watch abscesses be popped. So they're like waiting on her for like 20 minutes. I'm like, hurry up, Karen. Let's get this over with. I can't believe we're waiting on some nurse who just loves to watch them. I mean, I kind of feel her though because I like to watch that kind of stuff too. But I mean, I would... Anyway, yeah. Hurry up, Karen. So they finally come, do the abscess, Lancet. I go back to my cell. I get in there, and there's some big-ass, tough-looking white dude. Bald head, goatee, 6 foot something, over 200 pounds of muscle. Big-ass shoulders, look like straight bowling balls. And I have a muscle theory. Here's my theory when it comes to muscles and working out. I feel like, because I've seen it over and over, when you're in the pen and you're working out, people always get like one muscle group that gets bigger than the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like you're working out, but it's like this guy's going to have big hood, but no arms. This guy's going to have bigger shoulders and everything else. Like for me, for instance, what gets big on me is back arms. My back arms blow up. I just get back arms. I get a little bit of hood. I get a little bit of bicep. But mainly what I get, my back arms blow up. My celly Richie Rich. Big old hood. His hood blew up. No arms. We'd be sitting there, I'm like, hey, let me hit that cigarette, dog. I'm like, oh, it's your arm. Damn, bro. That's a cigarette. Hey, bro, you got a string hanging from your shirt. Oh, it's your arm, homie. What? Yeah, Richie Rich. Big hood, no arm at all. Nothing else, really. There was a lot of tension between Richie Rich and I. No, I take that back. Not a lot of tension. A little bit of tension, because, you know, you always size your cellies up. And it was really close to me and Richie Rich. Like, I really didn't know how I was going to go. And no, he didn't either. The night before I left, just out of nowhere, we were both standing up in the cell doing stuff. We just kind of bumped shoulders and big old wrestling match. I think both of us wanted to just try the other one. And I'm just going to throw it out there. I did end up getting the mount. And he's like, damn, you got me. But it could have went either way, actually. Fool has big ass hood with no arms, all Richie Rich. My new cellie, when I walk in up to get my abscess lance, I walk in, this fool's got big ass shoulders. He's just a big old freaking buff ass dude. I'm sizing up. I'm like, you know, there's no way I can take this fool. What his trip was, his roommate called the cops on him. He was all drunk, and he fought with the cops. And he got his shoulder dislocated. So that's what he's telling me. He's like, yeah, I'm all fucked up, just fought the cops and stuff. And he wanted the bottom rack. And I was like, look, I need the bottom rack because of the abscess thing. I said, but I'm going to heal up a lot quicker than you. I said, let me just get the bottom for about 3 or 4 days, and then I'll take the top. He said his shoulder, but you know, my abscess, I was here first. Whatever, I couldn't climb up there. So, we both healed up. We're in the cell. We're programmed together. He did some prison time a long time ago, 1 term. So now I'm filling him in. I'm telling him about how prison is. I'm telling him about the politics, what's going on. And I tell him, look, you're going to come in, dude. You're going to be at low-level points. You're going to go to the dorms when you hit Wasco. If you get to C3 or C4, you're going to have to take off on someone. You cannot program there. When I said that, He looked at me like my face was on upside down. I mean, he was shocked. He couldn't believe it. He was blown away. He goes, what? What do you mean? I was like, dude, yeah, you can't program that. I mean, there's bulldogs. You cannot go in that building. I go, bro, but there's 9 buildings. You got H1 through 5. You have C1 and C2. That's 7 buildings. And then you can go into. The odds are against going in there. But if you do, I go, don't worry about it. That just freaking ruined his world. I saw his true colors. I was like, checking him like, damn, I can't believe it. I just saw nothing but fear. And after that, every 3 or 4 days, we'd be playing dominoes, we'd be hanging out in the cell, and he'd get a look on his face. He'd be staring off in the distance, and I go, dude, don't trip on that. I knew exactly what he was tripping on. I go, dude, don't trip on C3 or C4, bro. You gotta handle your business. Why you make such a big deal out of that? But dude, look how big, buff, and scary you are, bro. I can't believe you're tripping on going in and doing like a little, you have to leave the building and fucking take off on somebody. It's fucking simple, dude. What the hell? He'd really let it eat him up. Then he'd be like, hey, man, okay, I'm going to do it like this. And he wanted to practice. He's like, hey, so if I see someone like, oh, man, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, bro, you cannot practice. There's nothing to practice. You're just going to have to be an opportunist. This first thing you see, don't even go and make your bed. Try to do it on the patio or as soon as you walk in the building. You have to punch a bulldog, punch a white boy, whatever, but you can't be there. You can't go in there and program, man. Make such a big deal out of it. And he made a fucking big-ass deal out of it. And it made me think that wasn't fucking nearly as tough as I initially thought he was, judging the book by the cover. In fact, I knew he wasn't. I ended up coming at him crazy one time. Thing is, I had a $500 watch and a $2 girlfriend. The $2 girlfriend was holding this $500 watch for me. She didn't get rid of it. She was holding all my stuff. Even though she was a $2 girlfriend, she wasn't going to get rid of my stuff. She had this watch, and I'm telling my celly about this. Call him CD. Tell him, CD, I got this watch. And I was like, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to end up selling it. He's like, yeah, my grandpa will buy it. And I was like, I'm not aggressively selling it. It's not on the market. I'm just saying I got this $500 watch. I'm probably going to end up selling it for like $200. We're just talking. Threw it out there again. He's like, yeah, my grandpa will buy it. It's not on the market, bro. I'm just saying, like, maybe later. We're just talking. So then over the next 5 days, at least 3 or 4 different times, he asked for my girlfriend's number so that his grandpa can call and get the watch. And finally, dude, enough is enough. The straw broke the camel's back. He asked and I fucking blew up on him because I was like, bro, I told you no like this. I told you no like this. I told you no like this. Like, no. Dude, I gave you body language, clues, and hints. I verbally protested against giving you the number. I don't want your grandpa to buy this fucking watch, and you keep every couple of days saying, hey, let me get your girlfriend's number so my grandpa can buy the watch. But dude, what are your motherfucking motives? What are you trying to do? What do you want? And he was sitting up on the top rack when I blew up on my snaps. He brought it up. And there's a speaker, a little microphone right here you push and you can call the cops. And it looked like he started inching over towards it. And I had a razor blade. Didn't have a handle on it. It was more like just cutting apples and shit. It was right there, but I grabbed the razor blade and I said, dude, don't move him towards that fucking speaker. I'm not, brother. I liked him, but fucking straight big for nothing. No heart at all. His freaking heart straight pumped Kool-Aid. Because he let it fucking just overwhelm him that he'd have to just go in there and not leave a building. That's one of the easiest fucking things to do in prison. You do it right in front of the cops. It's one punch, cops break it up, take you out of there, and done. Be that as I may. Trip on this. I have a video where I talk about jumped over a bad call. One of the dudes that jumped me was his full name, Littlewood. How's it going to get into this? There's a tons of fools named Littlewood. I know a bunch of guys that are named Littlewood. Literally, 5 or 6. Very common name. This guy, about him, he was freaking buff. I mean, forget the theory I said goes out the window about one muscle group bigger than the other. Not all of his, he was freaking Mr. Universe. He even had big-ass calves. And the reason why I noticed that is because he's so short. He's shorter than short. Short's not even a word. Is there a word that you can describe someone being short that's not shorter than short? I need to find another word. He was cleaning the table that you eat on. At Wasco reception, there's these tables, and they got these stools that are attached to them. You sit there. I mean, they're not very... He had to stand on his tippy toes to wipe the middle of it. He's like 4'10", but gargantuous, like buff. And that's why he said he had big-ass calves, because I was looking at him standing on his tippy toes to do the table, and his calves were like, boom! Just buff. How his trip was, though, I ended up getting in a fight. It was supposed to be a dead issue. There's going to be more to it. We're not supposed to talk about that fight. I lost the fight. The guy who won, it wasn't a dead issue. He was over in the corner talking about it. Mountain Bike Mike, I'll throw it out there. I've talked about the story before. Dead issue. You beat my ass. We're not supposed to talk about it no more. He was over there in the corner. Yeah, I got him like this, got him like that, got him like that. So I said, hey, dude, it's a dead issue. Quit talking about it. I said, if you talk about it again, I'm going to fucking slice you in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. I'm kicking heroin. I'm wide awake all night. He got pissed off that I threatened him with the weapon. So he went and told the Bakersfield homeboys, the Bakersfield car, hey, you have to make Splinter leave the building. He cannot be here because he threatened me with a weapon. Make him roll up. They're like, I'm not going to go for that. I wasn't going to go for that. I ain't going nowhere. He got mad. Bakersfield boys wouldn't make me roll it up. So he cut him out of the, kicked him to the curb, cut him loose. Now Littlewood wanted to fight me all of a sudden. I want to fight Splinter now. I'm like, alright. So go back there and he comes running at me. He had to run and jump to try to punch me in the face. That's how short he is. But he's like Mr. Universe, dude. Looks like an action figure. Came running at me and jumped. I just caught him in midair. I rolled, I fell on him on top of a bed. I got no energy. I'm kicking heroin big time. Whole time, and I just like punch. Then I start getting knocked down, start getting jumped. Cops see it, break it up. I go to H5. Now this is where it gets interesting. I'm on the streets, running them up with my brother. My brother knows about this whole thing. Everyone ended up knowing about it because it was a total bad call. And so even the dude, Mountain Bike Mike, went to the people's house. He said, yeah, we got Splinter and Wasco because he did this and that to your people. And they go, what? No, we didn't. What are you talking about? Had he done that, we'd have handled it ourselves. Kind of disrespecting us by saying he would do something like that and get away with it to where you had to handle it. Like, whoa. So how do you like, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Anyways, be that as it may. My brother sees us full at the store. My brother's going to go get cigarettes. Me and my brother got a motel room, I think. We're just running amok, kicking up dust. Got a room for the night. In the morning, my brother goes to get cigarettes at the store. Sees that Littlewood walking out with some donuts. My brother goes, hey, I'm Splinter's brother. Littlewood dropped the donuts and just took off running. And my brother came back with the donuts, told me what happened. I was like, dude, why didn't you fucking take off on it? It's funny that Littlewood even ran from my brother, because my brother ain't gonna do nothing. All he would have done if Littlewood would have said, yeah, so my brother would have said, well, do you want to give him his drum back? Do you want to fight? He's over here, I'll give you his number. My brother is not the type that if you disrespect me or do something to me, he's gonna run out and punch you, handle my business. I'm not gonna do it. And when I stabbed a guy, and him and my brother and the dude I stabbed were on the farm together. I mean, no tension, nothing, because my brother, don't give a fuck. And even I have paperwork on the guy, because the guy told on me. My brother don't give a fuck. And even this girl that stole her car, and she testified against me in court. Afterwards, she called my brother and said, hey, I hope things could still be cool between us. Like, you can still come by and we can hang out. My brother's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Like, well, I would have been like, what? Oh, no, I'm not going to hang out with you. Testify against my brother. And if I was county jail with the dude my brother stabbed, and the dude told my brother, there'd be problems. But my brother don't have my back like I have his, apparently. So, Littlewood ran for no reason. Big for nothing. With his Audi body. He needs to get some platform shoes or something. See, I mean, it's buff as hell, but damn. Short. Short end of the stick. So, even on the streets, trip on this. Got a homeboy. Known him all my life. Hang on, I want to say something real quick before I go there. Littlewood ran, and I can kind of relate because I ran too one time. Yeah, I mean, flight or fight kicks in, fuck it. This channel is all about being transparent, and I'm so glad I remember the word transparent. I would hate to have been like, what was I thinking of, what? But no, I know I'm thinking about transparent. This channel is about being transparent for the 5th time. That being said, yeah, I'll tell you that I ran. I got this new weed connection. Went over there, and I've been buying weed, and finally he just fronted me a £1/4. I got it in my backpack. I live in an apartment not far from his. I jump a fence, and it was like one of those wrought iron fence, like with the sticks like this, not like chain link. It's kind of hard to jump, actually. Kind of tall. I jump this fence, I get down on the other side, a car comes, I've been having problems with this fucking fool. And there he is. He just happened to be driving by. Him and about 8 or 9 of his friends. No, like 2 or 3 of them. At least he had 2. I know it's more than 1. There's 3 of them in the car. They pull up, I see them, I'm like, fuck that. Fight or flight. I don't want to sit and fight these 3 or 4, 10 or 12 dudes. And plus they probably would tip my £1/4 they had in the backpack. Like, bro, we could fight another day. I'm not going to sit around and get stomped out. Fuck that. So I jumped the fence and got out of there. Bro, hell yeah. Yeah, I did. And they were calling my house all night like, is Speedy there? Can we talk to Speedy? Dude, we didn't know you could run that fast. No shame in my game, bro. I got the hell out of there. They didn't take my £1/4. They didn't freaking stomp me out. And when me and that guy met later, I ended up getting the upper hand. So, be that as it may. Even on the streets, though, I got this friend. Known him since kindergarten. He's always been bigger than everybody else. Just naturally, just big. And I remember, like, in 3rd, 4th grade, he was so much bigger than everybody. He'd tell me that his dad would put, like, a big, heavy weights chains around his neck when he learned to crawl. So he'd be crawling with these big, heavy weights. And I believed him. Obviously, look, hindsight's a lie. I know your dad didn't. But it's kind of funny. And I used to always picture some baby crawling with, like, 50 pounds of chain around his neck. Always bigger and tougher than everybody else. Little boy, come here, little boy. My dog right here. I named him Little Boy after a Southsider I met in Pretrial a long time ago because I just like the way it sounds. Little boy. Huh, little boy. And someone gave me this dog, so they found it on the highway and kind of hold it for a couple of days. They never fucking came back. I'm at the shelter. I'm glad they gave it to me because I love him. So, yeah, this dude, he's bigger than everybody, tougher. Wouldn't freaking bust a grape. You know where that saying come from? Wouldn't bust a grape in a food fight. I remember one time I got jumped at a park on the way to a barbecue, and I got to the barbecue. I was like, I just got jumped, dude. You know, it's good to park and handle it. All the little homies were like, yeah, let's roll. The homie that was bigger than everybody, big and buff, said, oh, no, they're probably already gone, dude. Just forget about it, and the cop's gonna come, you know, just kick back. I'm like, come on, tough guy. Look at your big and tough, dude. Just roll with me. All they gotta do is see you, and they ain't gonna want nothing. Shit, you won't even have to do nothing. That's probably why you never have to fight people to see you, and they don't want nothing. Little they know your fucking heart pumps Kool-Aid. Big for motherfucking nothing. Crazy. And he would always talk to me shit about my back, too. When I first started shooting up, all my friends, I had 5 or 6 friends, I'm 17 years old, all of them would talk shit about me. Fucking Splinter, wasn't Splinter then, Chris. Chris shooting up, dope fiend with the needle, and they'd come over, hey, show me how to do it, bro, I want to do it. And they would deny it. I mean, they didn't have to deny it, no one was accusing them, they were accusing me. I never accused nobody, and I knew they were talking shit. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, here you go. You guys are freaking straight. Funny style. But whatever, be that as I may. What else we got to talk about, man? Yeah. Let me say one more thing. About a couple big dudes I knew, kind of Joe one time. One dude, Jay Bird from The Ride. I don't want to say who the other dude is. That's one of, you know. Jay Bird from NLR was going to fight this other dude. Both of them are pretty big and pretty tough. And it's funny about Jay Bird because my homeboy Hot Rod said one time they're in prison together. Jay Bird was eating a cookie. And there was some crumbs. He thought there were some crumbs on his shirt. And he said, oh, crumbs. And he ate it. And he goes, that ain't crumbs, that's bird shit. Anyways, I actually like him. He's pretty cool. Even though when I very first met him, way back in the day in Oildale, he came to my pad in front of someone who was in my pad who I didn't even know, some dope. Came back, the dude was gone. He tried to pressure me for it. He came by a couple days in a row, and I said, dude, I don't know who the fuck you gave the dope to, bro. But why do you keep coming asking me for the money? Had nothing to do with it, because it was in my house. Fuck, I don't even know who that was. I don't know who you are. What are we doing? What are we talking about? And over the years, I've always seen him. We've been cool. He's a cool dude. But he's supposed to fight this guy. And both of them, big, buff, and tough. Fighting all the time. But they lived next door. One in Barracks 8, one in Barracks 9. And they'd be talking shit to each other. And like, oh, it's on a cracking. They had like a serious beef from the streets. But they never did want to do it because they don't want to fight another guy that's big and tough like them. You don't want to fight someone that's not big and tough. Like you ever trip when you watch UFC or boxing and people getting there and all they're doing is they're not engaging. It's like, engage, dude. Are you scared or what? Big for nothing? Yeah, I don't think Jay Bird and that dude ever did get in a fight. They had that serious beef in the streets. I could tell neither one of them wanted none. Because it wasn't like a guaranteed win on their part. So like, but no, I'm only gonna take the guaranteed win. Anyway, be that as me. That's how I interpret it anyway. I guess that's it for now. I owe you guys videos since I went a whole week without one. I'm gonna drop one, not tomorrow, Thursday morning. And you know what else? Man, I want to do a video. It's gonna be, I know you guys are gonna love it, but I'm really struggling with the title because it's about some gang stuff, and I can't put that in the title. So, work with me. Maybe I'll make a community tab, and I'll let you guys know kind of what's, but anyway, I got a video on mine. But the title is not going to be really what the video is. Is that kind of like Object and Mirrors, Closer Than Appear? I don't mean to confuse you. I confuse myself. I'm going to cut the string and let it fly. Peace!